everybody. How are you tonight? Welcome to another night of My Life as Destiny podcast. Y'all know the motto where anything can happen. Tonight, we are going to give y'all something to talk about. I don't know what Coco's going to give y'all to talk about, but she ain't allowed to come up here by herself no more, y'all. She acting up.
I ain't do nothing. I literally did not do nothing.
So, we are here. We gonna have a good time on tonight, y'all. We gonna do a little bit of Q&A. I think I don't know if I'm ready, y'all. I don't know if I'm ready tonight, but the words say be always ready. So
That's what it say.
we gonna do what we came to do. So, Coco, what we giving the people to talk about on
Well,
tonight?
first of all, hello everybody. I hope everybody is well. Um, I'm all right. I know I am. I'm happy. I got more good news today about
Mhm.
another project that I have been invited to,
Praise God.
and so I'm very, very, very excited. I told y'all it was a lot of to be announced, so I
Mhm.
told y'all it was coming. Um, but I'm very, very, very excited. So about what God is doing, how He's doing it. He's working behind the scenes, and He's just making some things happen. So He bless Him
Mhm.
for that. When He tell you that He prepared a table,
Mm-mm.
um, sometimes you don't really understand the preparation behind that table. Um, but it all works out for your good in the end. Let me just put it that way. There are a lot of things that you may have to deal with and go through. Some things that some people would consider as sacrifices that would have to be made, but it's not a sacrifice to me, um, because a lot of it is a place that I should have already been. If you know what I'm
Mhm.
trying to say. And if I can be transparent, I can say that I didn't allow myself to be there until now. Because I just got to the point of where it's nice when you um, help everybody else, but
Mhm.
you gotta also do for yourself.
That's
So,
right.
like I told everybody coming into the new year, that it wasn't just all gonna be about me helping everybody else. It was also going to be me getting um my stuff out there so that I could also launch myself into the deep, as you could kind of say. Um, but I'm glad about what he's doing and how he's doing it. So I'm super excited. It's a lot more to come. So all I can say is stay tuned. That's all I can say. You know, that's where God has me at, in the stay tuned mode, because it's more coming, and I know that there's more and more and more. Um, and so that's where I am right now. You know, and we bless him. So um, tonight, title. I know it caught everybody because Quit called me as soon. But why we got to get the people to something to talk about? Well, it ain't me giving the people something to talk about. It's the people that wanted it to be talked about. So that's where we going tonight. So it's gonna be some and we're gonna talk about
Yes.
that wonderful word called church. Um, and we're gonna try to keep it as kosher as possible. Um, yeah, so we're gonna try not to dig too deep and go too heavy, because I really don't want to have to do all of that tonight. So we're gonna make it, you
Can I
know.
be honest with y'all?
Really.
I'm gonna be good.
That's what she always say, and then we come back to this, and it's
But
not. like
Don't
that.
tell nobody, y'all. I
So,
don't like church people,
um,
and I'm gonna be good.
yeah, no. So, but what I have realized is, yeah, church folk is something. But we're gonna get into that in a little while. Um, so we're gonna start out with some testimonials and Q&A, and then we'll bring in the
Is that gonna work?
yeah, we're gonna yeah.
Are
That's
you
how we're gonna
sure?
try it. That's how we're gonna try it. That's what we're gonna try to do. So that's how we're gonna function tonight. That's how we're gonna try to roll tonight. We're gonna see if that works. Okay, so we do have two testimonials. One is from Stephanie. She said, I just want to say thank you. I've been watching you guys since October of last year. Your show is really a safe haven. I can really say that I'm glad that I may not know you guys in person, but I feel like I know you through the screen. It has been a joy to watch, a joy to get wisdom and insight, but a real joy to just know that there are still real people out there. Thank you guys for being who you are. Continue to do what you do. So,
Bless the Lord,
thank you,
Stephanie.
Stephanie. We appreciate you. Um, and we glad that we could be a safe haven. That's how we have it. That's how we like to keep it. We like to keep it where people can feel safe to, you know, be up here and share whatever they want to share. We leave the door open for that. So, and we make sure that we leave it. After you come up here and you say what you say, that's it. You know, we don't go back to it. It's done unless you go back and rewatch it. So that's it. That's how we like to keep that. So, and then we have TJ. TJ said, I just want to thank you guys for um being thank you. I just want to thank you guys for being real supporters of men. I have not watched a show that's like yours where you have not bashed the man at all. If anything, um you guys encourage a man to step up and do what's right. You encourage a guy, you encourage men to step into their rightful places. So I want to just say thank you for that. And I'm gonna tell all my homeboys to start watching your show. So thank you, TJ. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. We appreciate you. And yeah, that's not how we work. That ain't how I work. Anyway, I don't. I'm not one of them that's gonna bash the men because the men got to understand how important they are. And so choose not to bash y'all. I choose to love on you and give you some encouragement. You know what I mean? So that's my choice of
Yes.
things to do. Um, and I just wish more women would do the same for y'all.
Amen.
Let's put it that way. Um, and we're gonna have another Where the Kings At show. We did that once, and that show was really really good. And so we're gonna do it again. Hopefully, TJ, if you want to be one of the faces in the place, let us know. I am gonna post up the flyer for that because I would love to have that. Since Father's Day is coming up, I would love to have that next month in the month of June. Um, Maybe a 4, 5 men panel. That would be great. So just let me know if you are interested. Inbox me, and I'll send you all the info. But I am gonna make the flyer and put the flyer out there so it could get circulated, and you guys could hit us up if you're interested in coming on. Um, okay, so first question of the night.
You
Okay,
ain't want to stay with testimonies.
there ain't no more right now. Not going there. I mean, yeah, not going down the list of what I got in front of me. So there ain't no more right now. Okay, so we got question number one.
Father
Um,
God, we come before you just thanking you for this night. We thank you for every one of our supporters. We thank you for those that are watching, for those that are asking questions. Lord, you give us the words. Give us a spirit of discernment. In Jesus' name, amen.
amen. Lord, you know I was not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the fact that I was talking and she cut me off with the prayer before I could even get it out. Oh, bless him. Okay. All right. Okay. Um, so the first question of the night is How do I tell my 8-year old that he is not a woman? Okay. Um, I'm trying to think of the right way to answer you without it sounding wrong or bad. But um, I mean, you just have to explain to him that he was not born a woman. For one, um, why? Okay, for I have to ask. He's 8 years old. Why does he feel like he's a woman?
That
Why?
was
Why does he feel like he's a female? Because I mean, that doesn't just happen. So something has caused that, and you need to figure out what caused it. To be honest, um, that's not something that just goes on. It's it's just not random. Most of the time, is something either sexually related, which we pray that that's not the case, and you are unaware, or um, nowadays all the children do is have to watch it. Um, they have all of these LGBTQ and all the alphabets, cartoons and shows now. That if you are not aware that your child is watching this stuff, that could also be where he is getting it from. So you have to be more aware of what he's taking in. Um, but first and foremost, I'm going to tell you to find out, get to the root of what has brought this on because it's not random. Um, and then I have to ask, do you have anyone in your family or anyone around you that happens to be of the LB, that community that he watches or he might even look up to? So things of that nature is what you have to look at, and then just explain to him you were not born a woman, you were not born a girl, you were born a boy. And just give him the talk. That's all you can really do, and much prayer, um, and go from there. That's my easiest way to say that without feeling like that I will say something that doesn't sound right coming out. So yeah, but
you ask every question that I was about to ask.
okay,
Um, I think my other question would be, um, how open are you with him? And is he able to open up to you? Do you have that type of relationship where he feels like, oh, I can come to mommy concerning anything? And is dad in the picture?
okay. She said that dad is in the picture. Um, she's very open with him, and she said that she does have an immediate family member that lives with her. That is, so that could be where it's coming from, sweetheart.
Right.
And I'm not telling you to put your family member out. That's not what I'm saying. But you have to explain to your family member how you feel about how they are affecting your child. And if they cannot understand that, then by all means, you got to look for other living arrangements.
Because certain aspects to a child should not be opened up. So if he's talking around him or if he has friends coming in, there are certain, I want to say, restrictions or boundaries that you need to set because he's 8.
Yeah.
And I could tell you honestly, I have people in my family that that go that way, and I love them dearly. But when my uncle was around, I didn't know until I got older. It wasn't something that he exposed to me. So I mean, you got to set boundaries when it comes to your children.
Yeah. I like I said, to me, that's the easiest way to do it. And just be honest, be honest with everybody, that you feel like may be an influence because children are at his age are very inquisitive.
Hmm.
And if they've been sitting down asking questions and things of that nature, yeah,
And
just
what
just tell that person you don't want them giving your child no answers to. I mean, that's not something that should be happening.
and what does his dad say?
That he wants him to come live with him now. And she said that she's honestly thinking about doing it because of how she feel like, what she feel like the effect is right now. And I wouldn't lose my baby over, I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. If it had to be a choice between that or the individual would have to go. Period. Um,
How old is the individual?
23.
Is it a brother?
She says a male cousin.
Okay, so was he before the cousin got there? Was your son uh asking those questions?
No.
There's the root.
Yep. And I know it's always something that we don't want to deal with or have to deal with, but some things just have to be done.
It's just a matter. I feel like if the cousin truly respects you, he will understand the boundaries
Yeah.
that you're setting.
Okay. On to the next one. I hope we were able to answer your question though. Y'all, excuse me. I needed some tea. Um. Okay. So the next one is. I think I messed up. I am supposed to be getting married in the next 45 days, but there's something that I need to tell my future spouse.
Did you
Okay,
cheat?
that don't sound like a question.
Did
Um,
you? Who did you
that,
cheat
that,
with?
that sounds like a statement. That don't sound like a question. But I'll continue. Um, they said me and the best man made a mistake.
That wasn't a mistake.
Okay. Okay. Um,
You're not ready.
yeah. And the best man knew better. You knew better too, but the best man really knew better.
So y'all need to be honest and accept the consequences that's about to take place.
Yep. That's all
And
I can
y'all know
say.
what those consequences are, but y'all not ready for marriage.
Yeah.
So the
Okay. Yeah,
question
'cause
is,
that wasn't a question. That was pretty much.
mm-mm. The question is, are you willing to be honest with your future?
Yeah.
Because if you allow him to marry you under false pretense,
Yeah.
baby, your whole marriage is going to be based on a lie and it's not going to work out anyway. Because you're going to be walking in guilt for the marriage.
Yeah. Okay. And so close to the date. Um,
And can I ask this question? If you
yeah,
truly was not ready, why didn't you just be honest instead of cheat?
yeah.
And how long have you been messing with the best friend?
And on top of that, my question to be all in all honesty is, did you have something going on with the best friend before
That's why I said
this?
how long.
Um, because I truly think that this is like a tangled web we got going on here.
Mm-hmm. It didn't
Um,
just happen.
so did you and the best man have something going on before you even got? How did y'all hook up? You and the one that you about to get married to. You were introduced
By the best
by
friend.
the best man.
And you already was messing with the best friend.
When your best, oh god. Okay, so future advice for anybody that's watching. Future advice. Please, if your ex is trying to play matchmaker, don't let them. Okay. I'm not saying it because it's a bad thing. I'm saying it because you still have connections to the ex. And if you and the ex really didn't kind of quit it on bad terms,
Y'all
whatever,
never got closure.
y'all really never really ended it. And I feel like this is what that situation was. Um, you'll cause problems for the relationship that you're getting in, because now this new individual thinking that he getting, this side or part of you that he's not really getting, because that part of you is still going to your ex. Okay, so
So why did you agree
future
to the
rule,
marriage
future
and
rule,
you
don't do that.
why did you agree to the marriage and you knew you were still dealing with the ex?
Because you wanted to be married, so you was willing to ruin somebody else's life just so you could have the title of wife.
So
And the best man was gonna let you do it because
he's
that's the
in the
one.
relationship,
That's the one that you supposed to be with. So I don't understand.
but he's in a relationship too. So they playing both sides. And my question is once again, are you willing to be accountable? Because you came up here like you made a mistake, but it wasn't a mistake.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
So you didn't accept accountability when you came up here. So are you willing to accept accountability now?
Okay, so you feel like coming up here made you accountable? Mm, I mean, to who? Because you haven't told him.
And you didn't tell us.
I mean, you kind of came on and just said, I made a mistake. Me and the best man made a mistake. You need to take it to who really needs to know. I mean, I we appreciate you for coming on. Don't get me wrong, but
But
um
in reality,
a young
we don't,
man needs to know.
right. And we don't actually know you. You're coming
And
up for advice. Is that what you were coming up for advice? Did you expect us to tell you not to tell him? What were you looking for when you came?
I think that's what it was. I think that's what it was. Okay, so again, the young man that you were going to marry is the one you need to have this conversation with. I am a firm believer that you need to take it to the individual. I can't stress this enough. Take it to that person. Now, if you feel like when you get ready to go sit down to talk to him that it might go left, you can ask them, is it okay to bring somebody? But you can't bring him though.
Or do it in a public
Don't
place?
don't be like that and bring him along as the mediator. Please don't do that. I would say if you got a counselor that you could talk to, maybe, um, or a mutual friend that y'all got that you know won't choose sides that'll tell you like it is. There you go. Anything like that is what I would say to use if you feel like it's gonna go left field. Other than that, you need to tell this young man what's going on, and you need to tell him tonight. Do not wait. Don't hesitate. But you need to tell him.
Or do it in a public place, um, so that there's at least witnesses, um, as protection, because most people won't act out in a public place. But do you live with this person?
No, they don't live together,
Okay.
and that's I'm glad that y'all don't,
Yes, I'm glad y'all don't too.
because then this will be having to rearrange houses after this is over. So I'm glad that that's not an issue. Um, yeah, I'm happy about that part. Um, so please tell the young man tonight. Um,
And keep
that,
us posted. I'm truly praying
yeah,
that
don't
this does
don't
not go
wait.
left.
My thing is don't wait, because waiting around thinking that everything is gonna be okay, or if you get it in your brain that you're gonna choose not to tell him, I hope that you that's not what you do. Because I'm gonna tell you now that if the best man is listening because he knew that you was gonna come up here or whatever, I hope that he's man enough to tell it. But if you're not, so yeah, please tell the man.
How did you hear about us?
Her sister watches the show.
Okay. Do your sister know what's going on?
She says she does now.
Baby,
Uh-oh.
Well,
Uh-oh.
I'm truly praying a hedge of protection around you. How close is your sister to your fiance?
very. Her fiance and her sister are childhood best friends.
Oh, baby.
So if you don't tell it, she is.
Yes.
If you don't tell it, she is, because she not gonna. Regardless if you sister or not, she not gonna let you do him like that.
Mm-mm.
I can tell you that now. So if
How
you
old are
don't
you?
tell it, she is 26. So
Wait.
if you don't tell it, she is. I just want you to know that.
Can I say truly wait until you're ready? And then I have another question. Why did you and the ex break up in the first place?
He went into the military.
So y'all never got closure.
No, she said he went into the military, and she told how the military folks say, well, if you with anybody or you got children or whatever, handle it before you go off to basic training.
Hmm.
And she thought that she could get him to propose or get married before he left, and he told her
Hmm.
no. He told her that he would see her after he got back from basic training, and he said that she said that he told her if she was willing to wait, that he'd be worth the wait.
But she
And
wasn't willing to wait.
and she wasn't willing to wait, obviously. And so when he came back, how him and the the dude that he introduced her to met is they was in training together. And so she was already talking to him, so he was just like, "Oh yeah, she cool people, she good people, whatever, blah 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 blah." But he never told the dude that he was her ex. So that's how it all came about. Because
Wow.
he never told the dude that he was her ex. She never revealed it either. And now, 45 days before they supposed to get hitched, you and him done got together in ways that you ain't supposed to be together. And blam. There you go.
Is he still in the military?
Both of them
Both
are.
of them?
Yeah.
Well, let me say this. I thank God for that part because they may have a little bit of discipline and they may not want to ruin their careers or their money.
True.
So I thank God for that part. However, I pray you truly take responsibility for your actions.
Yep.
Don't let this man marry you under false pretense.
It would not be fair to him. Um, and you would be doing both of you guys a really bad disservice.
Because you're not even in love with this man. You in love with the other one.
Ouch.
So I just will not do that. It's not fair to him. Um, and that's just not right. Period. I'll continue to say it. If you don't watch the show when your sister is watching it, for anybody that knows, I'm a big person that'll tell you that you're gonna reap what you sow. And so trust me, you don't want to end up marrying him and then actually do fall in love with him and then he cheat because hey, you did the same thing right before you got married and you never told him. So you don't want to bring that type of stuff into a relationship. And if you did it to say, oh, well, I want you to see what you could have had kind of situation, that ain't the right way to go about it. You and the best man still got some stuff with each other. And so I feel like that's where you need to revisit and just leave the other dude alone or whatever. I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, I don't know how you gonna handle it. I don't know how you gonna put it out there. What y'all really gonna do? How y'all gonna do this? I don't know if it's gonna be you. I don't feel like the best man needs to be there at all. But if y'all choose to do it that way, I feel like it need to be you, your sister, the best man, and the dude, because your sister could kind of mediate it all. But I really don't feel like the best man need to be there for this situation.
But
So
can I say this? Even if you end up with the best man, he not gonna trust you. So now you got a whole nother issue on your head. You need to heal. You need to take some time with you.
and she said, well, why wouldn't he trust me? Because you was willing to cheat with him on somebody else.
That part.
Right there. And you
Easy,
didn't wait
easy
on him.
answer, sweetheart. That's an easy answer, sweetheart.
You
You
didn't
didn't
wait on him.
wait. You didn't wait like he proposed that you do. Um, and you were and not even willing. You did. You cheated on him with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You used him to cheat on somebody else. So because you could have said no, you could have walked away. You could have done any of that, but I don't feel like that's what you did. So
The fact of the matter is, you chose not to wait. He asked you to wait, and he told you it would be worth it if you did. And you was like, nope, I'm good. On to the next.
yeah, that's pretty much how it went. But now you're paying for it because you feeling some kind of way because you know what you did. Um, and nobody has to tell you what you did, but you're feeling some kind of way. and now you're trying to justify a mean to try to figure out how to justify it. There's no way to justify it.
It's called conviction.
I mean, there's that can't be justified.
But there's several people at stake here because not only did you mess up your relationship with your fiance, you messed up your relationship with your sister.
Yeah.
Yikes. Wow. By the way, hello everybody.
Hey,
Um.
Simone.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. That's all I got for you, sweetheart. I don't really want to go like deep into this, and I'm not. Um. And it's not. Trust me, it's not because we don't care, but this is something that you now have to go fix. Um. And there's no fixing it. You just gotta deal with it and get the situation right. Period. Okay. All right. So next we have Chauncey. Um. Okay. Wow.
I don't even like how you said that.
First of all, I don't even like how they coming off because it's not really. Wait. The question is, how did you go and get married on me? It's directed towards me.
First off,
um.
wait.
So I know who it is. So let me go ahead and answer your question. First of all, um, I moved on in life. That's what it's called. Okay. Um,
Boom.
and sir, you had the opportunity to be who you could have been, and you chose to exit stage left. So now that somebody else has what you could have had, I'm sorry for you.
And she got a good man.
Okay.
My brother in law is everything.
So, yeah, yeah. Don't you already know me well enough not to come at me like that? So,
But I hope that was a joke.
no, it was really so not a joke.
Look, look. Here we go.
It was not a joke at all.
Boom.
It was so not a joke. Um,
Right. Sorry, not sorry.
right.
Exactly, LHC.
So yeah, do not come at me like that because you screwed up. Next, um,
Next question.
we have that. Is it Valerie? Okay, I'm gonna say that that's what it is. It's just spell fun. Okay, so we have Valerie. Valerie says that I recently just got out of a relationship. I feel like I'm still tied to the relationship, and I just want to know what I would have to do to sever myself from it completely. So it seems like it's a soul tie issue.
Hi.
Plus on top of that, if it's recent, um,
Yes,
I'm
you
not
got
gonna tell you
time.
that soul. I'm not gonna tell you that soul ties are hard to break. Um, they can be, but it's something that you really have to want to get rid of. So if you're saying that you don't want it anymore, there are prayers that you can pray to break soul ties, and I can send those to you. But again, it goes to that it's something that you really have to want
But I do have a question. How long were you with him?
for you.
And what's recent?
3 months ago.
It's gonna take a little bit of time.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
heal.
You
Just
can't you can't expect in 90 days for you to just be over it. I mean, depending on the situation, sometimes you can be over it,
right.
but Um, y'all was together 4 years, and you say that y'all got children in the situation, so it's not gonna be that easy.
Love don't die like that.
Um, yeah, and it's not gonna be that easy. And on top of that, he wasn't the one that wanted to split. It was you. So
And why did you want to split?
she felt like in 4 years the relationship just hadn't grown and went anywhere. The only growth was the children. As far as them as a unit, she doesn't feel like there was any growth. Things were said of what they were going to do, things that they were supposed to be trying to build upon, but nothing was ever done.
Was anybody cheating?
She said
Was
not
it,
to her. She said not to her knowledge that neither one she didn't, and she don't think that he does that he did. She just feels like he put like work um ahead of everything else and never really decided to go forth with the stuff he said that he wanted to do for himself and for them. It was always work, 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 work. And then the kids and her would get like the sloppy seconds of his time.
was there a lot of nagging?
She said she tried not to nag, but when it came down to him making promises to the kids and breaking it, that's when she would always bring that type of stuff up.
That part.
Okay. Was there
She
any
was like,
counsel?
no, she said she never tried to counsel.
Was God in it?
She said they went to the pastor once, and that was it.
Did y'all go to church together?
Separate churches.
A house divided against itself can't stand.
Which,
Well, she said she didn't feel like she had to go to the same church with him because they're not married.
But what teaching was he getting, and what teaching were you getting?
Right.
Were y'all praying together? Were y'all bringing Bible studies together? Anything together?
She said at the end he thought that proposing to her would make her stay. And she said she waited for that since year 2. So year 4, she was kind of over it.
You about to lose a good man.
okay, so from what I'm hearing, I just want to make sure I got this right. You've done everything separate so far,
Mhm.
but you've been together for 4 years,
Mhm.
and now you thought that proposing would be a great idea.
Well, see, he didn't want to let her
No,
go,
he
but
didn't want to let her go. So
he
But
gave
you've
it.
already been.
more than likely in his mind, he thought that finally just go ahead and giving her what he knew she wanted
Mhm.
would probably keep her. But because of all the other things that have taken place, promises not being kept, things of that nature, when he did propose, it didn't make a difference.
Ah,
So, and so,
But they've
um,
been separated the whole time.
that's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
there's nothing. I mean, they were living in the same
So
house.
y'all being
Mhm.
They
separated.
were living
Y'all
in,
been
living in
separated
the
during
same
this
house.
4 year span.
Yeah, they were living in the same house. The
Mhm.
only
Hmm.
thing they came together for is because they lived in the same house and they came together to make babies.
Mhm.
But as far as
Right, that part.
as far as anything else, everything else was done separately.
Mhm.
So how do you expect to be married if you're going to do anything separate anyway? Make it make sense. If you're already separate, but the only time you come together is for the babies. Huh?
And she said that he's been calling her, wanting to go sit down and have therapy sessions, counseling sessions, whatever he feel like it would take for them to come back together as a unit. But y'all have never been a unit. That's the
Thank you.
problem.
And then my question is, who did you move on with?
There's no way you can expect to be married if you've already been together. been doing everything separate together, separate anyway. How do you think marriage is going to work out?
She said that another guy has been talking to
I
her.
know it.
Um, she said that he talks all the right things. Let me explain something to you.
And he was talking it before y'all separated.
There you go.
Because
Bingo.
he was what drove the nail in the board
Mm-hmm.
situation. He was the one for you to go ahead and say that you was gonna leave. Um, and she said, "Don't get me wrong, I have not done anything sexual with him."
It doesn't
But
matter about the sex. You gave him your emotional, the mental part.
yeah,
That's the worst
and
part.
this is the thing. Let me tell y'all something. Only because I've been there, done that. I mean, it wasn't me. I've been the other person in the situation that
Mm-hmm.
knows how it works. So you can become emotionally entangled with somebody
Mm-hmm.
way before anything sexual takes place,
That's right.
right? Because that person is saying all the right stuff. They doing all the right stuff. They not pressuring you for the physical yet, right? But they doing everything else right. So that you feel like they setting it all up so that when the physical happens, you feel like you got it, right? And little do you know that you just messed yourself up.
And can I say this too? Let me elaborate. You also told him everything that the other guy wasn't
Didn't
doing that
do
you wanted. So he wearing this lovely mask that's not gonna last long
right.
because you gave him everything that he needed.
Yep.
And as soon as he gets you, it's gonna be done.
I've
Yep.
seen it too many times. I've watched
Yep.
these type of things, and you tell the guy what the other one guy what the other guy ain't doing. They already got you.
And see you.
They
This
already
is the
got you.
thing when you come into when you're going out of relationship, but you're coming into another one. Don't divulge what the last one didn't do or what the last one did
That part.
to make you not want the relationship because you know what's gonna happen. That new person gonna do the total opposite.
Just to reel you in.
Only only until they feel like they got you where they want you kind of situation.
Look,
Right. And then once they feel like they got you where they want you, that's it.
Quint,
Because you'll find out that it's not what you thought it was going to be. And you'll find that out quickly. Let's just say that. Hey Arthur, how are you, sweetheart? Congratulations.
See, this is the
Um
problem.
and
And
so
a man brought this to my attention one time. He said, "You women talk too much. You get with a man and he interviews you like you filling out a job or going on a job interview. You tell him everything that you want. You tell him what the other dude did wrong. You tell him everything you like, and he observes nothing. So therefore, he's not really getting to know you. He's getting to know what you told him. So now he's wearing this mask for about 6 to 8 months. And then when you stop feeding him information, guess what? Y'all have nothing in common. Y'all don't know each other. And he is a total jerk. You're leaving a man because he works. He's taking care of household. If I truly believe if y'all came together in council and came together, because before you can come together in a marriage, you have to come together and start to build.
mhm.
So if y'all already divided, once again, a house divided against itself cannot stand.
Love you too. I appreciate you.
Hey, Arthur.
Um,
So that's what I
and
got.
it doesn't all fall on him because to him working in this man's mindset, him working, putting food on the table, paying the bills, making sure y'all was straight,
Hmm.
that makes him feel like he was doing his job,
Hmm.
right? But you couldn't see that. And then instead of actually having a conversation about it, that's not
You
what you did.
you went
You
to another.
decided you decided to argue about it instead of saying, "Look, excuse me, babe, listen. I know you work, I work. But look, we need to take some family time. We need to do this. We really need to do this." And I truly believe, like, if you would have sat him down and had a conversation about it, instead of coming at him screaming and yelling or doing this number, you always make promises you can't keep. Because I'm sure that came out your mouth a time or two. And with you saying that, it just made him feel like, but what can I do right? You know what I mean? So, and we just got it out our mouths at the beginning of the show. But one of the testimonials that we got, that we don't badger the dudes. We don't do that. That's
And
not
the
what we do.
and the fact
We
that he's still trying to get you back,
yeah,
baby, don't lose a good man behind some foolishness that you don't even know.
right.
See, the fact of the matter is, the Bible says if a man don't work, he don't eat. So if you, it, how, how you gonna get mad at a man that's doing what the Bible says? First of all, because if nobody works in the house, where y'all food gonna come from? Yeah, we know God provides, of course.
Let me ask you this: have you really had to work, or was that a choice?
A
Choice,
choice.
right?
Hmm.
Okay. So, and what do you do with your check? But you won't, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So, even still, even now, he's still telling you to do what you want with your check, and y'all not even in the same place no more.
Hmm.
You tell me, okay? And it ain't just because you got his babies.
Not at all.
It's because of what he feels about you, sweetheart. I really plead with you to make it right with him,
Hmm.
because this the man that's mumbling in your ear ain't it.
And the fact
Ain't
that
it?
he mumbling in your ear before your man even left out the door, you should be able to tell that he ain't it.
Ain't it? And I'm gonna tell you what I did, and it's something that most women won't do. When I was with one of my exes, right? I actually told him, I said, you know what I want you to do? I want you to get all your stuff, and I want you to go back to her to see if you can make it work. If it don't work and you decide that I'm still what you want, then we'll move forward. Until then, I need you to go fix it with her. Now you tell me what other chick you know gonna willfully tell you to go and fix it with the last one you was with before trying to make it, trying to make anything with them. Now I did that. Okay. It didn't work out. He still chose to be with me. We were together almost 13 years. Now, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, um, you have to know what's what and what's not. And you know where home is at. That dude in your ear ain't home. And matter of fact, you're in his place because you didn't leave and get a place on your own. You in his place. And the father of your children don't even know that.
Wow.
So you got you and this man's children in another man's house. I don't even want to see what the outcome of that would be if he found out. Because that would put a wedge in your relationship. That would do it. So you got an opportunity to fix it and fix it now. Okay? Before it get any further. And before you make the mistake and lay down with this other dude. Just saying.
Where did you meet the other guy?
at a friend of hers party.
Hmm. But can I say, in your head, you already did everything that you know you planning to do. But I'ma say, if you do it, you definitely gonna miss out. You need to break that off now.
Okay, but that goes back to say what we said earlier. She said she hasn't slept with him because she's still sleeping with the baby daddy.
Once
When
again.
like I
But
said,
how do you expect to get over? You claiming you want to get over it, but you still laying down,
right.
and he's still calling you. Go
And
home,
you
baby.
not trying to break it because there's something wrong. You not trying to break it because he did anything wrong. You trying to break it so you can be okay with doing what you're gonna do with the next dude.
Right. What you planning?
That's that's not how that works, man.
What
We
they say,
as
you can't have
women,
your cake and eat it too?
look, we as women, we store up. We do not leave something until we know we secure. You've been planning this for a minute. That's why it was easy for you to break free a little bit. But your heart is still over there.
Because he technically hasn't done anything wrong.
He hasn't.
Right,
But be a
Arthur. Yeah.
provider.
Yeah, that's yeah, right, Arthur. Because he technically ain't done nothing wrong.
Yeah, she's trying to play both sides.
Yeah. He technically has not done anything wrong. The only thing that he has done that you could consider a problem is where
It's work his tail off.
he's made the promises to his kids and did not keep them. That's it.
That
You
is
can
true.
blame him. Now you can blame him for working too much if that's what you want to say. But that's not even anything wrong with that. Can it be a issue in a relationship? Yes. But if you were to talk about it, it wouldn't be.
And not talk at him, but talk to him. And y'all bring stuff together.
Yeah. Because in your eyes, you have already told him it ain't nothing you gotta make up to me. You gotta make it up to the kid.
Hmm. And then your mindset is, well, we not even married yet. But you're a wife before you get married. So if you're living together, and you were, and not acting like that wife, and the only thing you doing is laying down with him, you're not showing wife material.
Right. Year two, after the first baby, is when you decide that you thought you was gonna give him that ultimatum then. Let's go ahead and put this out there, just in case you didn't know and you ain't figured it out. That having babies by a man don't make him want to marry you.
Mm-mm.
Having
Mm-mm.
babies by a man don't make him want to stay. None of that is really a factor to make him say yes, that I'm gonna change my whole life for you. Right? That's not it. He was already in love with you before the babies, right? And then when the baby come, that just set it in stone. But you still had to give that man time to say, I'm ready to be a husband, because he was working his way up to it. And I'm gonna tell you why. Most men feel like they gotta have credit in order, finances in order, all of this stuff in order before they decide to take on a wife.
Hmm.
And you don't know if that's what he felt like he needed to do for you and his before he decided to take that step. But you decided to go do whatever it is that you were doing and listen to whoever you was listening to, and you decided to say, I'm gonna walk away. So not only did you take yourself out of the picture, but you took his children away. And even in that, he's still trying to take care of y'all.
Hmm.
But I'm telling you, if he ever catch whiff and somebody let it out that you have moved yourself and his children in another man's house, all of that will come to a halt. And the only people he gonna take care of is his kids.
Is them children. How old are you?
28.
How you start
And
watching
how
this?
old,
The friend who party she went to.
How old are the babies?
The oldest one is 3, and the baby is a baby. Baby 6 months old.
Jesus.
Go home, baby.
Yeah,
Go home.
he ain't thinking about no other chick. That man still going to work every day and coming home to an empty house right now. He ain't
What
thinking about
state
that.
you in?
Oh, you're here, so she's in Charlotte. Okay. I'm telling you, better go get what's yours, girl. You better go get your man.
For real?
You better go get your man. Girl, you playing games. You better go get him before somebody else snatch him up for real. You better go get him.
That part right there.
And they ain't gonna care about him having to go to work
at all.
What do you say he do? Oh, he a truck driver. Girl, you let another chick find that she gonna ride in the truck with it. Okay, she gonna go on the road with him. Don't play, girl. You better go get what's yours.
She'll get a nanny.
You better listen.
You know what?
Your kids got grandparents.
Don't
listen,
start.
Don't I know what it's like to date a truck driver. And I've gone on the road, okay?
Your kids got grandparents, boo. You better listen. I'm finna go. Me and him finna go out on the road. We'll be gone 2 weeks. I make sure I got you when I come back. Matter of fact, I just cash at you. But we going on the road for 2 weeks. Girl, you better go get that man.
You play too much.
Girl, you better go get it.
Author said, "Go home and fix it." Right.
That's it.
I'll be knocking on the. I'll be at the door tonight.
Listen.
With the keys.
all of what I took will be in the car. I'm coming home. We coming home.
Everybody.
We can talk when I get there.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, is it Sanette? How you doing, sweetheart? So yeah, we can talk when I get there. And I do mean talk. Don't do other things, ma'am. Okay. So I'm just telling you, because we telling you to go home and get what's yours. Don't feel like you got an itching and a burning. Nope.
She got an itching and a burning. She going home to get with hers for real.
Oh Lord.
Listen. I'm just saying. You better go home and get what's yours, boo boo. Okay.
And in reality, you fantasizing about that other thing, and he probably a scrub. But I'm just saying.
Listen.
Not a scrub. Lord have mercy. What Tamar said, thinking about you all the way home.
No, we not. That's right. She better jump in the truck and ride, girl. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Listen. She not listening.
She ain't listening.
I'm trying to tell you, she better hop in the truck and go to Beverly.
You know what?
Better go somewhere. So she don't even understand what she missing.
I hope we helped you.
I sure hope so too.
Because if not, somebody else gonna get that truck driver, baby.
I'm trying to tell you,
you're gonna be on the end of regret.
And he ain't tied down just because he got 2 babies. He ain't tied down at all. Trust it. So, girl, you better listen. You better take care of what's yours. That's all I got to say. Okay? Hey, sis, how are you?
And I want you to think about something. Because every man, if they going to church, want their woman by their side.
Right.
You his woman.
Listen, I don't care. It's not often that you find a man that's really in the church.
That part.
You don't find a lot of men going to church, but being in the church is something totally different. You ain't gonna find that. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Girl, you sitting up here giving all this man attributes away. She sitting here talking about he a tithe payer. Girl, you
play too much. You play too much. You better. So girl, he blessed on top of it.
Girl, you better go get that.
He
You
got
understand?
blessings and favor upon him,
Blessing
girl.
on blessing on blessing.
Here's the reason why his pockets stay blessed. You
That part.
understand? Why he stay on the road and he ain't never missed a load.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, you don't even understand.
Hmm.
You better turn
Blessing
into
on
a
blessing on
dispatcher. You
blessing.
better turn into a dispatcher for your man and help him with the business.
Listen, and you need some help. You need some
Listen,
help.
listen. You better turn him to a dispatcher for your man, girl.
Hmm.
That's what you better do. Okay?
He got his own MC and DOT.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop playing and get involved,
Yeah.
honey.
She
Get
said
involved.
she said he owns 4 trucks.
Why you playing? You know how much money that is. I got a dispatching business, baby. Do you know he got 18 wheelers? I'm about to contact your man.
He got two excuse me. She said he got two 18-wheelers, 2 box trucks, and just recently purchased 2 Sprinter vans.
I'm about to
Girl,
contact your man because he about to get an Amazon account.
look. She said, I'll take a pay for it.
Right,
Listen,
Jeanette.
she ain't
Sis,
listening,
tell
baby.
us, sis.
She not listening to that, baby. She ain't
She's not
listening.
listening.
She ain't listening. She ain't listening. She ain't listening, honey. I'm trying to tell you now. You giving
I'm
out all
about to
this
get
man.
the money that you supposed to be keeping in the house, baby.
You giving out all his attributes, honey. He ain't even gotta have a date profile because you giving it right here.
That part.
That part.
And you said he's single.
Yes.
She said, hold. Arthur said, hold tight to that man. Stop playing games. That man ain't
You
no
better
joke.
go get him.
Listen. Come on here, Snap, now. You don't understand, boo. You better understand what you got.
I got a whole dispatching business. I've been looking for a client with some 18 wheelers. Don't play.
Better get it together, girl. That's all we got to say. Okay? Go home.
Wow.
That's right. That's right, Sinette. Yes, ma'am.
That's all she got to do is run the business from home.
She can run the business sitting next to him.
Right, in the truck.
In the truck.
Lord have mercy.
We just trying to convince her to continue to keep her family in order. That's all. Keep your family in order, baby.
That's it.
Don't let it go.
Cause honey,
wow.
You don't want to hear them words. You can do what you want, and I'm gonna take care of my baby. That ain't the words you want to hear come out of that mouth.
Well, then you lost him.
Cause that's it. Okay.
Man, I suggest you listen to these people.
You want to hear from on them their lips. Trust me.
I suggest you listen to these 2 women because they I believe they're telling good things. Okay, so whoever you are, I suggest you listen to these 2 people because my Lord.
Girl, you don't even understand. She said, matter of fact, she said, have y'all ever seen the room? Don't you tell me he got a whole prayer closet, girl. She talking about, have you ever seen the movie War Room? He has a prayer.
Oh,
girl, let me tell you something. Hold on, wait. I got to sit all the way up for this one. Let me sit all the way up. I got to sit up. I was halfway reclining. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna sit up real good so you can see me real good in the camera. Okay, I need you to understand. If this man got a prayer closet, you and them kids' name on that wall in that prayer closet, girl. If you let that right there slip away from you, I'm gonna tell you, you stuck on stupid.
But let me say this too. Have you ever seen the War Room? Do you remember when the woman started praying and the Lord revealed to her what was going on?
Come on.
Okay.
I'm not messing with you.
So I'm going to need you before the Lord unveils what you doing.
Listen.
To bring your butt back to your house.
Girl, you better go
with
get
your
back.
children.
Come on.
Because
and this,
right
this
now,
the bad part. Listen, I need you to understand.
But somebody else told you to go home too. We ain't the only ones who told you to bring your butt home.
If you haven't watched the prayer room, something wrong with you. I need you to watch that tonight. Matter of fact,
please.
Listen. I need you to understand real good. You don't understand. That man got a prayer room. That means your name been on that wall since you left that house. Do you understand? Do you understand what's happening? He praying for you to come home with the kids. Girl, you better not. I'm through. Like, we're gonna leave that alone. Now, we really gonna leave it alone.
But can I also say this?
Like Quint said before,
grace has a time limit on it.
It sure enough does.
So be careful.
Because after so long, and he stopped praying about it, that's it. Let me tell you something. While you out of that house, he covering you. Just want you to know that. While you and the kids ain't home, he covering you. Girl, you don't understand what you got. That's what your problem is. You don't understand what you got. But we gonna leave it right there.
Yes, we are.
We're gonna leave it right there.
Cause we done put all your man's attributes up here. And you about to have
people in the comment section, as you have seen.
Exactly.
Okay.
That will be willing to take him off your hands since you feel like he a burden, baby.
Immediately. Look, immediately.
Since you feel like he a whole problem to somebody else, he's gonna be a whole blessing. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Come here, can you help her out now?
Yeah, that's my sister. Ain't this one?
And mine was down there too, talking about yes, God. Sinette, be good, Sinette.
Listen,
the people don't know. The people don't know.
Listen, ain't even got a clue. Woo, child. You don't even understand. We got to go away from this.
You talking about a soul tie? That ain't no soul tie.
That ain't no soul tie.
That's a prayer. Blessing.
That's called prayer. That's the reason why you can't walk away from that, because he praying for you. That's called
what
prayer.
The power prayer.
That ain't
what the power prayer
will do. You don't understand what a praying man will do. Girl, whoo, child.
I'm mad you said it like she wrote it.
Right. I told you that. I told you that's my sister. You don't even understand. Girl. We hope you go make that right. I just need you to keep us abreast of what.
Baby, it's 9:45. Bring your butt home. It's still early.
Right. Get the kids together. Get the kids together. I get
Nat, cut it out.
Father, in the name of Jesus, we gotta get this right.
Listen. Cut it out for that.
Get them kids together and go home, girl. Woo.
And you done said you from Charlotte, so you got people watching you.
It ain't gonna take much for somebody to put two and two together. Who you talking about? It ain't gonna take much. It never does up here. Okay, so it ain't gonna take much. And unless you use a fake name and you say what your name really was, then they gonna know who it is.
Sinette said, "My bad."
But I thank you for trusting us.
Right.
And I hope you don't take offense to anything we said.
No.
But we're giving you some good stuff, and you should take heed, because other than that, if you didn't trust us, you wouldn't have wrote into us.
Honey, you better go get your man. That's all I got to say.
Okay? I don't understand.
I love
why people think because they didn't lay down with somebody, they not cheating.
Right.
Baby.
It y'all, well, I was gonna say you pulled a Jada Pickett, but no, she slept with the dude. So no.
If you emotionally attached, you
Yep,
cheated.
you cheated. So all I'm gonna say is go make it right. Have a good night, sweet pea. Next time I hear from you, I expect you to say you home.
That's right.
That's what I expect to hear.
And you started going to church with him.
Yes, honey.
Hmm.
Listen to that. You better listen. We all try to tell a girl. We all try to tell
Finette, can you be good?
her. He's trying to tell her.
Hmm.
Ooh, girl, you don't understand. Just for a man to have a prayer room, girl.
Y'all, this is why I like hanging out with these people, okay? If you haven't noticed, this is why I stay on this page. Between them and LHG, this is why I stay on this page. Cause I cannot with them. These two
Listen, I'm just saying, you done gave out this man whole resume for somebody
entire
else. I'm
resume.
saying, girl, you better go
Entirely.
get him. If not, somebody gonna be clacking and checking. I'm just saying, that's all I got to say.
Hmm.
Whoever church he in, I can guarantee you they looking.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Cause you don't let him go to church every Sunday by himself. You
Hmm.
understand? I can tell you, whoever church he, I can guarantee you they gawking, girl. You better go get it.
And then women is like, yo, if she don't show up one of these Sundays, I promise you, I'ma fix this man some dinner.
Oh
Listen,
Lord.
listen, and you been away for the last 3 months,
3 months.
girl. Don't let somebody know that he done been on the road and came back and he hungry.
Right.
Woohoo!
My Lord.
Listen, I'm just saying.
Ma'am, I just suggest you listen to these ladies because
I'm just saying.
Sinette, you so crazy. She told me I'm going to replay. I'm not.
All right, so we gonna go on. We gonna go on, Valerie, baby. I hope you listen to what we said, honey. She said
she
she's
said
taking
taking
resumes.
resumes.
Listen,
Huh, what?
Sinette talking about I'm taking resumes.
Listen, you already got one.
Listen,
Okay? You
Mm-mm.
got one.
woo, child.
Go
Mm-mm.
on. Go ahead and hire them. Oh, my bad. Did I say that out loud?
I'm not. I'm
Woo,
so
girl, we got to get off your topic because we can stay on this all night. We go.
yes. I
Okay, so
I got to turn in my homework.
we moving on to the next one. Woo. Um. Oh my God. Hey
Last
Samuel.
question. Hey, oh, you want to show yourself tonight, huh, Samuel? How you
Mr.
doing?
Sam.
Samuel talking about. I just have a comment. I don't
No.
have a question tonight. My comment is to the young lady Valerie.
Oh, Jesus.
From a man's standpoint, Valerie, I suggest you go home
Oh
because
shit.
you don't understand what it takes for a man to actually have strict morals about himself, to
Mm.
have enough morals to say, I know what I want, and I'm gonna put my family in. My family is my first priority.
Come
So
on,
you
Sam.
not being a wife to him, and he still labels you as a priority. You should really feel like something because it could be one of those men that made you feel like you were nothing, and that is not
Preach
what
in
you
here.
have done. So Samuel says, I suggest you go home and make it right before he becomes somebody else's Mr. Right.
My God.
Okay,
Listen,
Samuel.
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 Okay, Samuel. Listen here, sirs.
Bring forth the word, sir.
Listen, you bet. Come on, sir.
Ah,
Come on, Elder Deacon.
Right.
right.
All right. Listen, Elder Deacon.
Evangelist.
Listen, Elder Deacon
Hmm. You better
Say it
go
again for the
ahead.
people in the back.
of the Episcopals of mini church. Okay, listen. He already said it. We ain't gotta say that else.
Samuel, how are the peoples doing?
He said, "See why you had to go and even bring that up. We was having a good Christian moment." That's what he said.
Samuel, you knew you was in trouble last week. That's why you didn't show yourself.
He's talking about, listen, I had to fix it. I had to get it right. It was too much.
You knew you was in trouble last week.
Oh God. He said so. He said currently the married couple are out of town
Okay.
together.
Awesome.
He said the girl did go and get a pregnancy test, so she is pregnant.
Oh, hell. Oop.
Um, I guess they just going I don't know how they gonna do the Dana. He said they still waiting to figure that part out
They need to
on
get it
how
done.
they gonna do the Dana. They don't know if they want her to do the Dana while she pregnant or wait until she have it and then do the Dana.
I say do it now so they
I
could
say
start
do
the
it while.
process of
That's what
dealing with
I'm
whatever
saying.
they gonna do.
Do it while the baby in the womb, you know, and get the Dana out the way, so that they know how to move forwards. Okay, and so
I'm
well,
praying that it's the other guys, so not his. But okay.
yeah, well, okay. I mean, I can't say that I'm happy they're on vacation because they still gotta fix it.
Right.
I mean, maybe this will give them some time to really sit down and talk, work some stuff out because they far away from everybody
Hmm.
and just do what they got to do. So keep us posted, Samuel.
How's
Okay,
Terrell, Samuel?
Elder Deacon. Okay,
How's Terrell?
he said Terrell is good. He said he watching.
Oh, okay.
He's talking about Terrell in the background. Tell him I said hey.
Hey,
Hey, Terrell.
y'all just became part of our little family up here.
So tell him I said hey. Hey, Terrell. We good. Thank
Welcome
you,
to the
sir.
family, Samuel and Terrell.
Hmm.
Oh gosh.
Welcome to
I
the
mean,
family.
well, Elder Deacon gave the benediction, y'all, for the Q and
He
A. That's all
did.
for Q
Pretty
and A.
much.
That's all for
Look,
Q and A.
Samuel, we're gonna write a book, right? And we need you to be a part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's gonna be called My Life Has Destiny, where anything can happen.
So we're gonna get into this wonderful topic real quick that some of the viewers wanted us to talk about.
All right, we got a half hour because I got to turn in my homework. My teacher done emailed me.
We gonna try to cut it down. We ain't even gonna try to make a whole half hour.
Oh, that worked too.
We just gonna get straight to the point. So some of our viewers said that they wanted to talk about the church as a whole as a topic. Okay. So whew,
I'm here for it.
where can I start? Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna be the one to start. Quint finna start.
Because I
And
don't like
then
church people.
here we go. Listen,
So
y'all,
is that
if y'all watch Monday Night Show, y'all saw how I felt about Monday. Like,
question? Is there
so
a particular part about the church they want to talk about?
And this is why she
church
cannot
as a
come up
whole,
here alone anymore.
the
So
church
if
as a
y'all
whole.
want me to get started, I feel like, let me think of a nice way to say this. My problem with church people is they're not upfront. Let me
Mm,
say that. You get more from the world than you do from the church. The church grin in your face and act like they praying for you when they praying on you. Whereas the world will tell you, I just don't like you. And I like straightforward because I'm not going to grin in your face if I don't like you. I'm not going to act like I like you. Don't get me wrong, that's not everybody in the church. We have some powerful people that are true Christians in the church. And I don't like when people say they've been church hurt. The church can't hurt you, it's a building. People hurt you.
mhm.
Okay? So let's identify where your hurt came from. You don't have to deal with those people to go to church. Focus on God. You don't even have to be in that church because there is a church for everybody. And 9 times out of 10, the Lord done told you to leave that church anyway, but you hanging around because you feel like You owe them something, or you're obligated, or my family grew up there. No, baby. Find a church of your own because you're grown now.
Mm-hmm.
And you are responsible for your own spirituality. So that's my take on the church. I don't like the two facedness. I don't like the here and there. I don't like the straddle and the fence. I'm not saying we're supposed to be perfect because we're far from perfect. But we are supposed to walk in obedience. We are, when the world see us, we're supposed to lead by example. They are supposed to want to follow. They are supposed to want to get spiritual advice from us. They are supposed to want to come to Christ. You're not supposed to deter people from the church.
Right.
You have to live what you speak. But if you speaking behind people back, you live in a raggedy lifestyle. If I
Right.
got something to say to you, I'm going to say it in your face. I don't need to go behind your back. I've never been that person. So you got to identify what's holding you back. The word says, who shall separate us from the love of Christ?
Right.
Nothing is the answer. Nothing shall separate me from the love of Christ. Nothing. No principalities, no demons, none of it. No snakes, no backbiters. None of it is going to separate me from the love of Christ. There's too many churches out here for me to stay stuck in a mess that's not feeding me.
Right.
You're not going to lead me to hell. Sorry. If I'm going to go straight because I did it, not because you led me there. Mm-mm. And I don't like fire, so I ain't going. Okay? So I'm be an example is all I'm trying to say. Be an example. Live a lifestyle that represents Christ. If you claiming to be a Christian, if you claiming to be in the church, live a lifestyle that represents Christ. Your actions speak louder than your words. And then don't tell me that you have power. And every time you go through something, you whining and crying and listen. Mm-mm. I'm sorry. Don't pray for me if you can't pray for yourself. I understand sometimes we do need prayer, but you ain't got to whine every time you go through something. It don't work that way. Where's your faith? Is my question. So I'm gonna turn this over to Coco because this is what she wants to talk about.
Go ahead, Simone.
Mm,
Right, Sinette.
to be honest, I don't know. Um, cause to be honest, I ain't all the way been living the Christian life. As for some of everybody, it says we all fall short. So,
Wait,
mm,
does it mean you're not living a Christian life because you fell short?
no,
If,
I'm saying like, I'm not. Okay, maybe I should have worded it a different way. I'm saying that, like you said, I'm not perfect. So, I think I can do it like that. Okay, so I mean, we all got stuff to work on. So I I feel like for me, I feel like there are a lot of people in the church that are very judgmental. And I mean, when I say very judgmental, I mean very judgmental. And it's not even like it's on a whole new level. It's like you can't eat, like, we're supposed to stick together. But it's like the moment you do something or you find you fall, whatever, sometimes it's like, and I'm not speaking for all churches, no, it's like sometimes you just rather like go to your friends and whatnot, like you said, like because it's like crazy. The church doesn't even stick together like we're supposed to, and we expect the world to follow us as we follow Christ, but we can't even stick together. So how is that supposed to work? Like you said, like you said earlier, a house divided among itself can't stand. So how are we supposed to get the outside world to come together when we can't even come together? That's just my take.
Okay.
Coco?
Well, let's just say church people are some of the most divided people ever. And this is the thing, you can go to church, not be of the church, and the church not be in you, if you get what I'm trying to say. Um, because it shows. It shows in how you handle people. It shows in how you live your life. It shows in everything that you do. You can really tell if people know God the way they say they know God. As the Bible would say, check the fruit, right? Um, and at the end of the day, um, I can be very honest and transparent. Church folk have always been an issue for me. Why? It's because they just that church folk. They're not people that's in the church. They're people that go to church. Two totally different situations. I had to learn that as I grew, right? Um, and then again, like I said Monday night, we got to remember what the Bible says. The Bible says that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and things in high places. So it's not our brothers and sisters that we wrestling against. We wrestling against what's in them. And you have to, you got to know when to know how to fight, right? Um, this is true, Sinette. This is true, very true. But at the same time, um, it's not the church as a whole. It's the people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start looking at the people in the church and not the church as a whole, you can really separate the two. Trust me. If all I did was ever look at the people in the church, I wouldn't be in church. Okay. I would not want to be a part of a church. I wouldn't want nothing to do with it. If I always constantly looked at people in the church. Um, so I look at the fact that the Bible says that we are the church. So I look at me, and then I gotta decipher what I'm dealing with today to say, have I treated you like I'm of the church? And then at the end of the day, it's just like that, And I can't speak for other people. I can only speak for Coco, right? And so I'll learn that church folk gonna be who they are. You can't change them unless they want to change. And when they don't want to change, baby, can you tell? Because I'm gonna tell you something. Where church folk think that they know so much, they think they know so much of who God is. They got a glimpse of who He is, but they really don't know Him. And um, when they want to come at you with all of this stuff, and therefore you know the word yourself, or you can give the word back to them. This is why. Um, When that happens, the word that you really know irritates their spirit because the spirit that's in them ain't of God, right? And so I've learned that I fight my battles a different way when it comes to church. You know, I could go tit for tat and I could go energy for energy, but it don't that I mean that just wears me out at the end of the day. If I go word for word, as I guess you could say, that ain't gonna wear me out. Because half of the time they ain't gonna be able to take it, they ain't gonna be able to deal with it, and until they'll leave me alone because they ain't gonna want to say nothing to me afterward. And so I've learned that you have to fight your battles the right way. Um, and that's the biggest thing is learning how to fight the battle. When you go into certain fights, you got to go in with the right armor on, right? And so all battles don't take the same armor, you know. And so you got to go. You got to know how to handle it. You got to know how to. You got to know how to do what you're trying to do when it comes down to people. And so I have truly learned that in the growth, and I thank God for growth. That it's not what they do; it's what you do and how you respond to what they do that matters. Because at the end of the day, God ain't gonna check you because of what they did. He gonna check you because of how you responded to what they did, and that's where the difference comes in. And I thank God that I haven't gave the lovely people the response they thought they were gonna get, um, because I just wasn't gonna allow that to happen. You're not gonna. I can only allow you to vex me for just so long, and so I had to do what I do best. I said what I needed to say. I prayed about it, and I was through. So, that's it. When it comes down to the church as a whole, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that the churches need to get back into. We need to go back to the drawing board. We need to start it over because holiness is still right at the end of the day. And they don't even a lot of churches don't even preach that no more.
Mm-mm.
Yes, there is a heaven and there's a hell, honey. It's real. And people don't preach that no more. We don't have prayer and tarrying sessions no more. We don't have deliverance sessions anymore. And when you find that, that's a blessing. But we don't. There's a lot of churches that don't do that anymore. They don't call you out to the church to say, "Oh, yeah, we not have." You thought you was coming out here for service tonight. Yep, it's gonna be a deliverance service. I need all adjectives to lock the doors because ain't nobody going nowhere because we finna deal with everything up in the room. Leave your babies at home. Thank you. That's what they need to do, but they don't do that anymore. You know, um, like I said, when you find it, it's very rare. You know, now where I am, yeah, we do that. Okay, um, and so at the end of the day, you got to get yourself right for that, because baby, working, you going and get delivered yourself, and then you helping to work or also doing deliverance service takes a lot of work. Okay, it takes stuff out of you. Everybody gonna walk out drained. Ain't nobody gonna walk out with a whole lot of energy. If you do something ain't right, use real good and holy. Okay, so at the end of the day, we have to be mindful and we have to be aware of the position that we hold as far as when it comes down to church. Not saying that you have to be a leader. That's not what I'm saying. Even as a lay member in the church, you still hold a position as a lay member. And your position is prayer, worship, all of that, because that's what you was made to do. Right. And so it doesn't mean that you have to have a title to be held accountable. That's not what that means. Even as a lay member, you still accountable because you accountable to pray for yourself. You're accountable to worship. And is your worship true? Or is your worship based on your emotions? All of these type of things we gotta get into check, and we gotta be able to know what's really what, right, at the end of the day. And there is a difference, and you can tell when somebody worships out of emotions, because when everything stop, they stop. When the worship is real, it's hard for you to pull yourself up out of it. The music can stop playing and you still going. Okay? If it's real. You don't just pull yourself out because everything just stopped. Everybody stopped talking, ain't nobody praying no more. Music done stop playing, so you feel like you gonna stop too. That ain't real. Because if God got a hold of you, he got a hold of you. And that's it. It's hard to come out of true and real worship. Very hard. It's not so easy just to break away. Because you'll try to sit down and that thing will still be sitting on you in the surface and you be rocking back and forth trying to get your life together.
Listen.
Not trying to interrupt the service.
Listen.
And so, at the end of the day, again, it's all about true relationship, what your relationship is, the position that you hold. So my thing about church is check yourself. Check yourself to see where you at. Check yourself to see where you fall. Check yourself to see if you doing what you're supposed to do as far as where you are in the church. Are you doing what you're supposed to do with your relationship with God? Because it ain't about everybody else. It's about where you at. What's going on between you and the Lord? At the end of the day, when is the last time you had a conversation with the man? A real good conversation. Not a conversation that lasted 5 seconds and you thought your prayer was over. When is the last time you had a real good conversation? When is the last time you cried out and went to travail with you in a conversation with the Lord? When's the last time that you just couldn't even say no word? All of that good stuff. But I can't talk about nobody else again. I can only talk about Coco. Okay? There's a lot of times I go into prayer and I ain't got no words. I'm humming and moaning. And then all of a sudden, he'll start to talk. But then I ain't speaking in English no more. So, that's private. But that's my relationship. The question is, what's yours? Right? At the end of the day. So I hope that answered your question without having to go into it. As you can see, we can answer that question, and I ain't got to badger nobody. I ain't got to bog nobody down. I ain't got to call out no names because you know who you are. You know what you do. You know what you ain't doing. That's your business, not mine. Because the Bible say work out your own soul salvation. I can't walk it for you because when you get in front of the Lord, I ain't going to be there standing next to you. You're going to be by yourself. And everything that you do, you got to give into account for. So at the end of the day, I suggest you get yourself right and stop worrying about everybody else. That is my take on it. So I hope that it came out right. I hope that you got something from it, that you understood. And that's it for the night, y'all. I do believe, I do believe Simone wanted to give her testimony real quick though before we got off here though, and we're gonna let her do that. But
I'm just sitting here laughing because Quint up there is jamming.
And music. She got something she want to say. But, I know how she do. But anyway, go ahead, Simone.
I'm sorry. I'm just distracted because she up here jamming. Anyway, so God has just been God. Let me just put it that way. Because it's been blowing my mind how he's just been doing things. And it's just like, I can't even, there's no way to explain it. Like, when it comes to him, it's just like, you get speechless because it's like, you see him do so much good for you when you know you've done so bad. And it's like, you don't deserve it. But then again, it's like, the love that he has for you is like, literally mind-blowing. So I told my, I know I came up here a while ago, told whatever. So today and yesterday, it's been like to the point where I can't. I get overwhelmed because it's like he's still showing out, even though I did what I did. I mean, it's like, how do you? What do you say? Because it's like it's just amazing the love that he has for you, for me, no matter what you do. It's beyond comprehension because it's like I don't know what else to say. So I'm I'm at this point now. I'm just like, thank you, Lord, because most of the time I, like she said, don't have the words to say because it's like you see him do things and it just blows your mind away completely. So yesterday I had a job interview and I decided to walk to my interview because I didn't technically really have any way to transportation, but I made it. Anyway, so when I got there, one of the ladies blessed me. And when I tell you, I wanted to cry, I was so just overwhelmed with love and appreciation. I wanted to cry. And I was trying not to cry. I promise you, I tried not to cry. Because it was like she did not have to do that. And I explained to her several times, like, I appreciate you because you did not have to do that. Like, and it was so amazing. And then, not only that, then today, I signed up for hair school and I went to go get to handle some business in that area. And along the way, I ended up dropping my wallet, which unbeknownst to me because I thought I had put it in my purse. So I dropped my wallet and somebody found my wallet and they ended up finding my number and texting me and texting me and said, "Hey, I have your wallet. Come get it. Call me so so you can come get it." So I called this person and they found my wallet in the parking lot of Family Dollar. And I was like, no way. At that moment I was just like God is so good. Like there's no other way to explain it. Like when you see that God is just doing amazing things in your life and it's like you don't deserve it, but you just like you become overwhelmed with joy because
Yes, we do.
right, like it's absolutely mind blowing. And I know I ain't the only one that says this because I was like, God, you did not have to let nobody pick up my wallet. But I thank you. You did not have to allow that lady to help me out. But I thank you. It's like, I don't even know what else to say. I'm just going to leave it right there because I don't know what else to say. I'm just, at this moment, I'm just like overwhelmed and my heart is full with joy because these people don't have to be nice to you. Like, nobody has to be nice. And the fact that these people decided to help me, one, help me find my wallet. And it's like, God is so good. There's no other way I can put it. But he's just, matter of fact, he's better than good. He's not even just good. Okay? He's better than good. Okay? He's not even good. Good is an understatement. There's no room for the word good. When it comes to him, there's no room for the word good. It, I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm done. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna leave it to y'all because I
All I have to say is, like I said at the beginning of the show, God is moving. He is doing some things very strategically behind the scenes. I am grateful for who He is to me and who He is to others around me. I tell people all the time, it's not about what I want, but as long as I can see Him work, that's all that matters. And for me, you know, I tell people all the time, I keep a spirit of expectation for a reason. Because whether he moving in my life or somebody else's, as long as he moving, I know he's still in the working business. Period.
that part.
So, you know, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Um, I truly believe that this next couple days is about to be something grand for people. I need you to understand where you are. We have been in the month of grace all month of the whole entire month of May. We're about to come out of the month of May and go into a whole different season and atmosphere, right? So I need y'all to understand where you are. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother night. But God is moving and He's about to do some stuff right here in this next couple days, this next week, before we close out this month. So I'm telling you, if there's something that you need from God, you better reach up and grab it with both hands and not let go until you see Him move. You understand what I'm saying? Um, because he's making things happen for people. If you want it, it's out there for you to get. If you trust Him, He's doing it. And now you can speak a thing and He makes it happen suddenly. So
That
I'm
part.
telling you, he's working some things out, right? But you don't want to pray amiss, right? So please make sure that you believe what you say. Because if you don't believe it, ain't nothing gonna happen. I tell y'all, we had a wonderful weekend last weekend. Oh my God, did we have a wonderful weekend?
It was
Um,
awesome.
and start using a faith oversight method, right? And if you don't understand that, we're gonna talk about that next week. So we're gonna have Monday night. That's what we're gonna talk about. But I'm telling y'all, um, for those that know me, y'all don't see me complain, right? Complaining don't get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's how you go through a thing that really, really does matter. It ain't just something that you hear. It ain't even just something that the Bible says, but it's literally how you go through a thing that really matters. If y'all could really sit back, and I'm just gonna give you this example, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Look at what happened with Job. Look at everything this man went through, and it was how he went through it that made the difference. He never cursed God. He cursed himself now. He cursed the day he was born, but he never cursed God. And everything that he dealt with, everything that got taken away, his body being stricken, him going through affliction, because the man was never sick before that. Everything that he dealt with, he just said, though he slay me, yet will I trust him.
Yet.
Now, whatever you got, that's it. And see, everything that Satan tried to do didn't work. He said you could do everything but kill him. And everything he tried didn't work. And so I'm telling you, it's how you go through. His wife even looked at him and said, well, you should curse God and die. He looked at her and said, you foolish woman.
That part.
Okay?
That
You
part.
foolish woman. And his friends, let me tell you about them friends he got. I like them friends he had now. Them friends he had came, tore their sackcloths off too, put on sackcloth, shaved their whole head, and sat in the dirt with this man for days. Did nobody say nothing to each other. They were just sitting around looking. You know what they did? They suffered with their friend. And then after they suffered with him for a little while, you know what they did? They encouraged him. They encouraged him. Because in their head, we can't watch. Listen, we don't watch you deal with some stuff that we know we couldn't deal with. And you have never said anything contrary to what we know. and know you to be. And in that, they encourage their friend. You know, his wife had to learn a whole lot from him because she had to be around because he had more babies after this was over, y'all. The Bible said that he was given double for his trouble,
Come
right?
on.
He was given double for what was taken from him. So that means he lost 10 children. He had 20. You catch what I'm saying? After this was over. And the wife still had to be around to be able to have them babies. So she had to get her life together because she was living with such a righteous man. Okay. And so I'm just telling y'all that how you go through a thing really does matter. All right. So I just want y'all to take away from that. All right. But I love y'all. We love y'all to life. We love y'all to live. Live every day on purpose and make it count and wake up with a purpose. You catch what I'm trying to
Love
say?
you.
I love you all. We'll see y'all back here again with us Monday night. We don't know. It might be a pop-up show over the weekend. Don't know, can't say. Y'all know how we do. But if not, we will see y'all Monday night and we're gonna talk about having faith over sight. Go ahead, Simone.
Before we pop out, I need y'all to follow them. First of all, follow Trailblazers Radio and follow Critical Conversations. Okay? Also,
Appreciate y'all.
on that note, join Critical Conversations Saturday night at 5 p.m. Okay? As we talk about mental health as we end this month. So, I need y'all to be in the live chat for Critical Conversations with your girl. Yes, you already know. LHG. And who am I talking about? Latanya Harris Good. All right? Also, shop polished on purpose. Please and thank you. Go to Polished on Purpose, go to the website, and shop till you drop.
And
Seriously,
check out all of our YouTube stations, y'all. We all have
please.
YouTube pages. I do believe that LHG's YouTube page is now up and running. Um, so please go check out. I don't know if it say LHG or if it says Critical Conversation. I don't know.
It says
If
Critical
she
Conversations with LHG.
okay, so if she's in the chat, I need y'all to go check her out. Okay.
So Saturday's topic is about the body keeps the score. So I need you and everybody you know. Call your mama, call your daddy, call your cousin, call your auntie and them, call Pookie, call Tommy, call Tyrone, and tell them come on in the live chat. Coco, don't start with me.
I always said a word.
Tell them come on in the live chat and join your girl LHG as she talks about how the body keeps the score. We're going to dismantle this stigma behind mental health and everything behind mental health. So I need you, your mama and your daddy, all you ma'am, you sir, join the live chat, okay? And shop polished on purpose. Got it? Cool.
I am putting a link to my YouTube in the chat. So please like, share, and subscribe. Clint, I need you to do the same thing because I don't remember your YouTube link. So don't ask me. Um, so that is a link to my YouTube channel that y'all see in there now. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate it. And hit the notification bell so y'all know when we coming on. Just in case we ever have to not be on this platform, y'all can still see us live via YouTube. Um, because times is changing and things is happening in the tech world. Anyway, again, we love y'all. We're gonna pin all of our stuff in the chat for you guys. Um, yeah, just keep sticking around. We thank y'all for the support over the years. Can y'all believe that we're gonna be on year what 3, 4 coming up in October? So we
Really?
started. We're
That's
very
awesome.
excited about that. So we just waiting to see what we gonna do this year in October. I know that we got a lot of conferences coming up. I don't know what we're gonna if we're gonna have virtual birthday celebrations again this year. We don't know. Y'all know how we do. But we'll keep y'all posted and let y'all know what we're gonna do. All right. So we love you guys. Stick around. We'll see y'all
Love
next time.
y'all.